Hello traders, this is Ad Zeros and I wanted to share my today's trade. Today I traded Twitter, and as you have already knew that today this is my trade, and I wanted to show you today what are the lesson I've learned. I made a one trade management mistake, but I also want to walk you through that as well. But before we go through, I just wanted to say that stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to share you the whole strategy, my thought process, how I've executed, what are the mistakes, what are the things I've learned today. And also for the retail clients who are struggling to have their funded accounts or they have a limited funds, I want to share an offer of a Tradenet with a nice promotional offer. Along with that, I'm also going to offer some of my own benefits if you want to buy Tradenet using the link which is mentioned under the at in the descriptions of the video. So let's start with my thought process. So this is called an extended strategy. And if you look at the daily chart, then you can see that it is all the way up here. And I also tried yesterday, but I failed on yesterday trade. And I guess the reason I was failed because when I was executing, I lost my charts and I only have a market depth for 1 minute. And I don't know what happened. I executed the trade and spiked up all the way, quickly spiked up and then stopped me out, and that's why I had a big loss. So let's look at today. I'm also wanted to do a same short idea because it's very extended. You can see is over 45% of the performance. Now look at the 5 minute charts in the pre-market prep is very important. So now if you focus and you look at the yesterday, okay, and also the pre-market, this is very important lesson I'm going to teach you today. So if you look at the yesterday, uh, you will see I basically shot it here and it spiked up all the way up. See, there was a big spike. So today I don't want to go into that route. So I wanted to see how you're going to do. So you look at the yesterday what it is, the 5 minute charts. Do you see spikes? It spikes exactly at there was a support, there was a resistance before, and it's become a support throughout the day. But then during after 11 o'clock or 11:30, it couldn't make a new high. Do you see at the end of the session, even it cannot make the new high? The highest was 74.50, and then it closed below the yesterday uh, support. So now I'm okay. He's already broke yesterday's support. Let's see what he is doing, what Twitter is doing after market hours. After market hours is chopping around the line of closing. Okay, this was a close yesterday, 73.96, and it was just teetering around there. So now at the 7 a.m. it spiked up, couldn't sustain. Again, if you see from 7 o'clock, it's all the way downward trend. Right now, what I was thinking, this is was my I put the support here, and I was thinking that if it's gonna cross 73.60, then it might gonna continue going up. And I'm not interested in shorting then today. What I am interested in shorting today if it's break this level. And let's see now 1 minute execution how I did that. And as I mentioned that once you log off, you won't be able to see my execution, but I'm going to show you. I took the snapshot today, so I'm going to show you the snapshot. So now this is a 1 minute candle. If you see, I was noticing that 1 minute, no volume, only 4,000 shares, no candle, no candle, no candle. And then suddenly the volume came in, it's almost 400,000 shares and it went up with the spike. Now, what I was thinking at that time that whether this kind of a volume continues, and if it continues, then it's definitely is going to be uptrend. And then I'm not interested then. I'm only interested if it's going short, if it's going downward. Then I see the second candle, it couldn't make a new high. And now it make me more interested. And I'm saying, if the third candle gonna break this support, then I'm gonna short and I'm gonna take risk of 20 cents. I'm gonna go up to the 73.20. That is my risk, or maybe the maximum is a high of the day. So almost 40 cents to 30 cents to 40 cents is my risk. Now see, this is my execution. If you see, I executed at 3, 4, fifth, sixth, seventh. 8 minute on the 8 minute I executed. I didn't execute it before because see it's chopping around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The moment it broke the support, I executed, I added into it, and then I took some profit. I think what mistake I did in the trade management, if you see here, I added at the 72 break of 72 here and here 72, and I wanted to take, I usually add and I usually take profit after 20 cents if you have seen my previous video. But what happened, instead of covering here, I basically did the short, and the moment I hit the shot, it basically messed up all my averages. And then I took some off. I think majority of my portion I off here. It went back up, tried to come down. I basically added some in my position. My break even it was at a 2072.60. And then I was waiting it to continue the trend. But then if you see it flagged up, touched my 72.60, my cost, my average cost now, it tried to came down, and then look at this spike, almost 50 cent spike. And I say it might be a shakeout, and I don't want to, I didn't stop, I gave some room. I shouldn't be given that room, but I gave that room. And uh, and because instead of my entry here, this is my entry. Now my average is here, so I have some cushion which I made a profit. Then I was looking at what you're going to do, and then it started going up. So now once it went to 70 to 80, then if you at that time the VWAP was at the 72.93, almost close to my uh, stop loss initially what I had in my first entry. So I said to myself that I'm going to take the hit. If it's going to go over 73.20, I'm going to stick with my original stop loss. And if I stopped out in this trade, I'm going to lose whatever the profit I've earned. Plus, I'm going to be a negative $600. That's fine because that was what I initially planned. So, and it is almost 10 o'clock at the time. So I was not, problematic. I say, doesn't really matter. If that's the case, that's the case. I will find another trade then. But definitely I was not liking it the way it is moving up. But then if you see again, I'm going to bring it back. If you see the VWAP, it touched the VWAP, but it never crossed the VWAP. And then slowly it started making a topping tails, doji signs, and then started the downward trend. And this is what I like it. So if you look at it, and then I ride all the way down, and if you see, I think I managed the second trade very well. My last profit, I took it at 10:30 at 71.04, and I guess that was the low of the day. And then it moved back up again, and then it continued downward trend. But I don't want to wait another uh, half an hour. This is already too long for me to trade. I took it at 9:40 around, and I close it at 10:30, so it's almost 1 hour trade. So I don't want to take that long trade, and this is the way I traded extended stock. I gave some room, and but I if I have not added here, uh, then I might have taken profit here. I wouldn't have added here as well, and I would have let it ride better with my last piece. But since I was become a full position of adding here and here, and ultimately once it started going up, it going back to my entry, and then I'm starting losing the money. So this is the very important, that the trade management, that you can make a winning trade, a losing trade, and if you manage properly, sometime you make you losing trade a winning trade. Now, question is that did I let my loser run too much? No, I think because the technical indicator was a VWAP, and it always happens that if the stocks is trending down, it go back, touch and test the VWAP, and then continue the downward trend. So from the technical perspective, I have not broke any rule. Now, in terms of the promotion, I wanted to share with you that this is a TradeNet promotion. It is an excellent funded program. If you not aware of it, I am also using it. I was student once, and now I upgraded to the pro program, and now I'm in the pro program. And you can get the $240,000 in the pro account just after paying 7,800, and you can keep 85% of the profit you will generate. So there's an excellent program for the retail customers who have issues with the funding, who do not have enough funds. But if you take it um, if you take it this package, I'm gonna do some of my uh, additional stuff I will offer. And my offer is basically I'm gonna give my whole charting, my workspace indicator for TEFS or Comics Pro Evolution. I will give you my Finviz scanner criteria, which is gonna help you to screen and identify the right stocks. And I also give you my 20 minutes of two sessions where I'm gonna tell you how you can best use of TradeNet resources, including the chat room. I'm going to give you some secret tips and ideas which made me successful using the TradeNet. I'm going to share those ideas. I recently had an interview with the TEFS. You can also go back and look at it. If you wanted a copy of that interview, I can share with you. And also, I'm going to give you a 1 hour of mentoring of analyzing your trades when you started doing on a live account only if you buy any program student and higher. So student, expert, or pro, if you buy any of three program, then I will get you my 1 hour in addition to that as well. So you can use upgrade the account, or you can use it using the promo code I'm giving you in the description of the video. Hope you will like my video, you learn from my videos. Please do subscribe and click. Don't forget to click the bell button. And if you're interested in the funding programs and you need more information, feel free to reach out on my email. Thank you very much.